So as you probably saw from the title of this video, I'm going to show you what it's like scuba diving in Tubbataha National Park. Now, Tubbataha is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and one of the best dive destinations on the planet. But you know what? I don't need to use a lot of words. Let me just show you. Let's go diving.
I feel like I've been waiting for a long time to go to Tubbataha, and this whole week I've had nerves. Like, there's so much stuff to pack, and then organizing the group that we brought with us and make sure they have everything. In fact, they didn't. We brought a lot of stuff for them as well. We are planning on this being our flagship trip, and planning a whole bunch of these group trips next year to Tubbataha, Maldives, and other ones. So I really need the footage. That being said, I do have a bucket list of my own critters that I want to see. Number one, top of the list, is hammerhead sharks. I've never seen a hammerhead shark in the water, so that's my number one species I want to see on this trip. Elvis, I think his number one is manta rays, which I would love to see as well. I've just seen them before, but this is gonna be an amazing cruise, man. Look at this. There's no waves, there's nothing. It's just, this is my dream trip. So it's 6 in the morning. We just arrived at our first dive site on this Tubbataha Liveaboard trip. This one is called the Malayan site, the Malayan wreck. And I don't know what to expect here. Maybe some bump head rafts and stuff. I bet it's not their best dive ever, because they want to kind of give us a check dive, see where everybody's at, make sure our gear is okay and everything. And yeah, so we're gonna go do this dive in a second. Just got geared up, just analyzed our nitrox. I'm only gonna be using nitrox on this trip unless we have a real deep dive. And I just got all my cameras together and Elvis's cameras. And now we're about to do a dive briefing, so I'm super excited about this.
luck, Brett, it's Brett. With Brett's luck, it's gonna be Brett. First one down. It's day 2. Yesterday was our first day at Tubbataha, our #1 bucket list dive destination in the Philippines, and it didn't disappoint. We did 4 dives, and every single one of them had a lot of sharks, all black tip and white tip. And then as you know, #1 on my list is hammerhead, and we ran into a hammerhead at the end of the last dive, so that was cool. So Elvis got a little bit of footage of that, but I'm not really happy. I barely saw it. It was just kind of in the gloom going by. So I can cross it off the list, but no, I definitely want to see some more. So yeah, very happy with our first day. Today should be more of the same or better. Not sure what dive sites we're going to yet. Just woke up, and it's about 5 in the morning. Should be a good one though.
3, 2, 1, go!
we're getting ready to do our last dive of this trip, and it's been insane. We're at Jesse Beasley Reef right now, and it's funny. I've been disappointed that I didn't see hammerheads or mantas, but that just shows how spoiled I got, because I think we've seen over 200 sharks, different species of sharks, huge schools, the most pristine reef I've seen. I mean, just the most epic diving you can do. I just haven't been lucky with some more varieties. So I just thought I just need to slow down and enjoy what I'm seeing, instead of putting so much pressure on myself to show you guys a hammerhead or something else. And then I started enjoying my dives even more. There's just so many sweet lips, midnight sweet lips, big schools of jacks. We're being followed around by these giant batfish. I mean, it's really hard to describe how pristine and amazing this site is. All these sites. It's definitely the best reef, and I've been to Raja and Komodo and all over the world diving, and Tubbataha has just topped all of it. It's amazing. So we're about to do our last dive here at Jesse Beasley Reef, and I don't even need to bring my camera, man. I've seen so much. I just need to relax, enjoy our last dive with Elvis and the crew. You know, the group that we brought. I mean, they're all happy. That's all that counts. They said it's the best trip ever. Seeing them happy is good enough for me. So on top of that, I started realizing I gotta come back here again. You know, if I saw everything there is to see in one trip, maybe I wouldn't want to come back, but I could still see tiger sharks, hammerheads, mantas, whale sharks, zebra and leopard sharks somebody saw. Yeah, it's so much to keep looking forward to, even though we saw so much already. It is kind of funny. I'm the one that wants to see the hammerheads the most, because it's on my bucket list, and every single person on this boat has seen them except for me, and I'm the one looking the hardest. I'm the one the guides are trying to show the hammerheads and the mantas, and I'm the only one that hasn't seen them. You know, we'll even spread out, and I'll be the one out in the blue, out in the middle of nowhere, with the biggest chance of finding them, and you know, they're out in the blue, out real deep, so I'll go real deep, stay as long as my bottom time allows, my NDL, and then sure enough, Elvis sees hammerheads at like 12 meters. And then the boat, they just came back. We went on the same exact site, same exact everything, like a minute apart, and they seen a huge manta ray. Hopefully I can get some footage of that from them, but it's all luck, and I haven't had a lot when it comes to like my bucket list, but I mean, I never thought I would get sick of filming sharks. That's how many sharks I'm seeing on every dive. So I'm gonna relax. I'm gonna tell Elvis we don't need to bring a camera, no pressure. Let's just enjoy our last dive. Let's see what we can see. Everything from now on is extra. I love this place, man. Scuba diving in Tubbataha, you can't beat it. It was definitely worth the wait. Screw that. I'm bringing it.
Of course I'm gonna bring my camera, and I'm so glad I did. There's so many things to see everywhere I look. There's countless sharks, of course. There's schools of fish, from snappers to jacks, barracuda, and everything else in between. Not to mention the miles and miles of staghorn corals and soft corals, and a pristine example of what a marine ecosystem should look like. Now as I sit here editing this video, I just can't wait to get back. This was definitely the best dive trip that I've taken, and if you want to see sharks, or you like sharks, or you want to be with sharks for the first time, this is the place to go. They were just everywhere. I was actually starting to try to film other things besides sharks because the black tips, the white tips, the gray reef sharks were just everywhere. Now, I was the only one on the entire boat and our friends' other boats that didn't see hammerheads, mantas, whale sharks, and tiger sharks. Elvis even saw nurse sharks, but as disappointed as I was at the end, I figured, well, you know what, this gives me another excuse to come back to Tubbataha. So that being said, we are organizing our own group trip for next year. The same exact boat. The Dolphin was a really great liveaboard. Awesome crew and dive masters, very experienced. The food was amazing. A lot of people are asking me how that was, and our whole group was actually shocked at how good it was and how they can organize so many good meals every day, 3 times a day, plus snacks and whatever the rest of the day. So it was an awesome trip. I had no complaints at all. The diving, we did 18 dives in that 7 days, mostly 5 days because trip there and back. Everybody, you know, we thought it would be really exhausting, but actually you do no work. The crew, they lift your gear in and out of the little dinghy. They fill the tanks, they do everything. They get you geared up. All you do is get in the water and dive, and then they lift the gear out of the water onto the dinghy, and you go eat, rest, whatever, before the next dive. We chose to do all nitrox, so it was a little better, especially for those shallower dives. But yeah, it was just an amazing trip. If you guys want to join us next year, sometime, it'll be around April, our Liveaboard Tubbataha trip. I'm going to put the link to our website down below, and we'll be announcing the exact dates, prices, and everything else very soon. So definitely get at least your name on our mailing list, and join us next year for Tubbataha 2025, as well as some other big trips we have going on, like Maldives and some other ones. So yeah, really amazing trip. I hope you guys enjoyed this footage, and you can join us on the next one.